Hi, it's Stephanie Pruitt. It is day 16 of 30 by 30 by 30, and today I drafted a poem in relation to Mark Bradford's Whore in the Church House. Whore in the Church House is featured in the 30 Americans exhibit here at the Frisk Center for the Visual Arts. And Mark Bradford is a visual artist born in 1961 in Los Angeles, California, where he currently lives and works. And Whore in the Church House was created in 2006. It is mixed media on canvas. This is a large kind of paper collaged piece on canvas. It's nailed all around the border. It's nailed to the wall instead of stretched and framed and hung as we sometimes might expect of works like this. So that the way it's presented to me was really interesting. Let me read the draft and talk about it a bit. A map, a maze, a haze through which we wade. X or the scarlet letter marks the spot. You are here, nailed to the wall, unframed, a whore in the church house. We've been papered, layered. Can we peel back, find an original thought, the unbought, unbossed view? Who is this whore? Why am I more likely to visualize a she rather than a he? He whores burn too, run trains of fire through the aisles we walk. Somebody say amen. I'm still thinking of a title. I kind of like the line, he whores burn too. It just seems perfectly irreverent here. But I'm also thinking about chaos and leaving marks. We chaos has a verb maybe. The word proselytize is coming up, but we'll see. We'll figure out the title. I guess part of this image came from most of the times when I visit a museum or a gallery space or somewhere where visual art is being presented, I look at the work first. I look at the work that's on the wall or on a pedestal or hung. And then I go to the information card and I read about it and kind of see what's happening. Today, I tried to consciously steer my eyes towards the information cards first and then view the work and see how that affected my expectations or kind of the perspective I had. So seeing the title, Whore in the Church House, I closed my eyes and I imagined, okay, what do I expect this work to present? And, of course, I've walked through the exhibit many times, I've seen it, but I just tried to reverse my process here and look at the information card first. And so the image I had in my mind based on the title, it was a woman. It was, my kind of stereotypical image of what the inside of a church looks like. And of course, the image of the work is not that at all. It's actually, it's more abstract. There are a lot of papered over layers of advertisements and things with lines kind of drawn or traversed through the work, so it actually kind of looks like a map or a maze, and there's a lot happening there. But I had to ask myself why, when I imagined the image that would match this title, did I see a woman? What has been so deeply ingrained in my concept of gender and kind of labeling that would equate whore to woman in my mind? And this is coming from a person who thinks very seriously about gender and social dynamics and stereotyping. And even me, I have to admit, and part of it could just be my expectations of what has been normalized in society, and that's what I thought other people would see. But I can't just push that on someone else. This was my image in my mind, and I am striving towards being very consciously aware of these type of gendered stereotypes. So it just made me think a lot about kind of expectations and images we place on people. And I know, let me think about myself and how I've experienced this. People who know me, I love to entertain, I love cooking, I enjoy shopping, and all of these other things that seem to go in line with kind of the socially expected image of a Southern woman. But then there are many things about me that go far outside of the tight circle of that norm. It surprises some people who know me in more academic circles to hear that I cook all of the time and do all of these other things that seem to be so typically gendered. I'm bothered by the way that we kind of have a checklist of what a feminist or a womanist can do. We have a checklist of what a wife and a mother can do. And I'm not saying anything new. We can read bell hooks, we can read, all of these wonderful, amazing thinkers who have come before me and talked about this. But I guess there's some basic questions that come to my mind as a womanist, as an artist, as someone who's something of an academic thinker. I don't know that I would really call myself an academic, but can I wear high heel shoes? Can I change my hair every other day? Well, I can answer that, yes, I absolutely can, because I do. But what happens in people's minds and ideas of me and their expectations of what it means to be an academic or to be a womanist, and I do all of these other things that seem to be attached to whatever, I won't even fill the blank with that label. I don't know, I guess part of what's interesting to me is I have a daughter, I have a niece, and the two of them present themselves as very different types or archetypes of girls. And there is room and space in our world for both of them. One, wants to have her nails painted all the time, wear frilly skirts, and, all of these things. The other, the idea of wearing a dress or a skirt kind of feels like peeling her fingernails off. She is very interested in the ideas in her mind and what she can create. And they're both amazing people. And I want a world for them that accepts them both fully as they are and welcomes them into the range of possibilities for women in this world, and not constantly trying to fit them into a mold. We waste so much time and energy individually and collectively as kind of a community of people trying to make these mental shortcuts that tell us, okay, when I see man, I should see da 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 da. When I see woman, I should see, X, Y, Z in this whole list. They're mental shortcuts. They are ways that we try to, automatically know what we know, look at somebody and be able to size them up and sum them up. It just doesn't work. It's such a waste of time. I think we are constantly having to rewrite the circuits in our mind because we've leaned so heavily on these mental shortcuts of identity. And when we encounter something that falls outside of our realm and concept of what a woman, what a man, what a southerner, what a northerner, what a midwesterner, what a baby boomer should do, and we're constantly reconfiguring, and it's such a waste of time when we're shoulding on others and ourselves based on identity and how we present to the world. Let's not do that. Let's not. How about that? And even I think about the conversations I'm having through these video blogs. I think there are times when I'm talking about ideas and concepts that seem a bit more heady and serious or intellectual, academic, and then there are times that I have these kind of flighty moments where I'm looking in and I'm trying to fix my hair and stuff like that, and that seems to be a contradiction at times. For a thinking person, I think we are aware of how our individual image and brand affects how we are viewed and taken. But it's important for us to not allow that to define us as individuals. It's like being brand aware, but not internalizing those expectations in a way that compromises who we genuinely are. So yes, in this vlog and in my life, when you meet me, you will both hear me talking about, literary theory and Keynesian economics and whatnot, and you're also going to see me going through my shoe closet that is quite sizable, and you'll see me both flipping pancakes and flipping through, critical theory about, whatever. So, I don't know, we have to loosen up our lines and stop depending on the mental shortcuts, I guess. That's the easiest, quickest way to say it. That was like a shortcut because there are 20 things behind all that, but I'm sure you got it, right? You follow me? Okay, tomorrow will be day 17. It will be the 12th. So you'll see the number 12 on the sticker, and we'll talk soon. Bye.